Yeah, no, just everything, even the hearing myself, everything sounds different. Where is the Simpson tire fire? The Springfield tire fire. I don't see it. Are we going to be able to get there? Oh, okay, well. Yes, we're going to get there. What is the address? I thought it was like TransUnion and something. Aaron is going to be like, are you there yet? Why aren't you there? We need to see the fire. Come on, Stu, we need you in the first block. I'm trying. Nobody said we had to go to the tire fire. We're trying. Hey, Booth, good morning. We're making every effort to get there. I don't... Okay, all right, that takes a little pressure off me, thank you. I think it is Las Polas, 1400. There it is. Bing. Bing. Yeah, we're about 5 minutes out right now. Very Monday. Stop swearing. You smell something, report something. Whee! Oh, come on, well, you could have done me. Gosh, guys. Unless you're like, I mean, Smada's probably a better product. She has access to the computers. Copy on. We'll be there. We'll be there. We're like, No, no. For this one, I don't think I need to see the freeway. We just need to see the streets. But you know what? Right here, maybe not so bad. Because we're talking about some closures. Maybe he's another new guy. No, they knocked it down. No, the roof didn't fall in. It's still standing. I don't know, man. Or just tear into it. It is a biohazard. I'm standing by. Wow. They're doing summer school, and then some places have all year now. Right. You know what? It is, and I keep making the joke, and I mean, there really is nothing very funny about this, but it's just like the correlation. It's like the Simpsons, they got the tire fire, you know, it's always burning out there in Springfield, and it seems like we've got the Boyle Heights warehouse fire, still billowing smoke, and believe me, I live in downtown Los Angeles, and there were times when I definitely smelled it, and I heard Bobby talking about it on Friday. Sometimes the smoke actually even blocking out the sun. Now, Gigi was just talking to us, and we heard that PIO talk about how they've tore down the side of the building to kind of get access to that, all those racks of food down there. Millions of, not millions, but hundreds of tons of food, and you can actually see some of that right there. Now that firefight definitely continuing. Whatever's burning, very, very stubborn. Does the smoke waning? No, it hasn't. Actually, it looks exactly the same from the first time I saw it last week. Now, we wanted to talk about some of these road closures out there. When I read it, I was like, oh my goodness, they're shutting down the whole neighborhood down there, but it appears that it really isn't that bad. Going to push into some of the streets right there. Major intersections, that's going to be Indiana and Olympic. Now you can see some cones out there. They're not letting you down Indiana, though. I believe people that live in that area still can kind of circumnavigate it. The real hard lockdowns are actually going to be on Union Pacific right there. They're not going to let you anywhere near there, but a quick look at some of that smoke in those neighborhoods, it definitely is. Like I said, I smelled it in downtown, which is miles away. Some of these folks living right there, it must be brutal at some times, and whatever they tell you to do or whatever decisions you make that's best for you, probably going to be the best way to handle it. I'm Stu up in Skyfox, sending it back to y'all in the studio. Yeah. Thank you. You guys sound disappointed. Did I let you down? Okay. Okay. At least for an hour. I don't think they're going to have it out in the next hour. Okay. Sponsored traffic will be over probably over the 5 that's like right here. Is this the 5 or the 10? 5. 5. Yes, what's up? Booth, I got you. We'll be here for sponsor. Just let me know. I know it's the third one, but sometimes I'm counting's not my thing. I'm joking, but I do forget. Freddie, I heard you. Smoke into the neighborhoods. This right now, maybe not the B-roll you're looking for, but I'll keep an eye on it, and if I see what we need, then I will let you know immediately. And Dylan, I don't know why they didn't do this on day one. And the only thing, it's like, I would have, you know, if I could talk to the PIO or something, I venture to say they didn't want to get the bill for damaging the building, you know, and, you know, it's sad to say everything is litigious, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, we could have put the fire out, but we didn't want you to sue us for putting out the fire. Yeah, we can move around right now. We have to do the traffic, I think, at like 20. And that clock is still wrong. That was the other thing. Like on Friday, I did a sponsored and it wasn't sponsored. Oh, dude, there was like one, I wasn't exaggerating. The smoke was so bad. And then I have a friend of mine that she works at USC Medical, and they were like, it wasn't, maybe a little dramatic, but they were like, it stinks. It smells like, you know, it's not just the smoke, it just stinks. Yeah. Yeah. And then I was downstairs, you know, I forgot what it was, but, you know, talking to the concierge, and the phone was like, she constantly was answering the phone. And yeah, everybody's like calling, it smells like smoke, are we okay? Yeah, let's take a peek. Insulation. Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. I don't know why they did, but yeah, it's all insulation. The sun is like really not working in our favor. I know it's where we were. I don't think was so bad. I mean, yeah, they're not tearing any holes in the roof here, and yeah, we're just fighting because if we go on the other side, we got too much smoke. You know, if we put the sun to our back. Unless you want to park over the smoke, like over here, I don't think it's going to get any better. One of the last big projects that when I was working in Florida was we were building the Publix cold storage. It was a building like this. It was all automated. Well, I mean, this was back in the 90s, but late. I don't know. I didn't hear that, but I believe it. Huh? Why didn't they? Oh, I guess it didn't land on the trucks. It just looks like it did. I was going to say, why didn't they ask these people to move their vehicles? Because they're not there today because they're doing other stuff. You know, I brought this up the other day, like last week, was, you know, what are they doing with all the food? It's all going to spoil. This stuff looks like it was. We are. No, I think it's just like, I know LA City Fire. They're just going to be like, the fire's out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she handled it. I took charge of that, you know, those imbeciles over at LA City Fire, and I fixed it. Oh, he's coming down for lunch. He's on his phone. Quick, push in. Maybe he's on Hinge and we can get him in trouble. No, they've come down a little bit. I mean, I haven't gotten gas today, but it's under $6 again. Oh. Oh, I hear that. Yep. If the people aren't scared, then we're not doing our job. An oracle. Buy these houses with a nod and a wink. It was a great weekend. Any way the wind blows, doesn't really matter. Oops, sorry, kids. I need USB-A to USB-C for my Apple, right? To charge my phone. I think it's A to C. No, I'm just kidding. I'm looking on Amazon because I want to. Yeah, I keep saying like, oh, I got to get one for the helicopter so I can charge my phone, and I never do. No, I think it's A to C. My home sold, copy all. Going to be the 5 drive right here by the fire. Vimo. Northbound, you're hitting the brakes right at, what is that? That's Indiana. And you know what, I could do like a whole wide pan. Be like, ooh, look at all this freeway. $710 under there. Is something going on the northbound 5 that we should know about? Because there's absolutely no cars. Oh, look at that. There's a crash right there in the smoke. Yeah, they just cleared it. Like literally just cleared it. Add to Wednesday's delivery. One. Yes, sir. We have sponsored coming up right now, and after that, of course, we're going to be back to the warehouse. Just before the 710, something going on out there. They had all lanes shut down. They just reopened. It's going to create a lot of problems from the 605 to the 710. Stu, don't tell me, tell them, and use the big voice. I'm going to look, I'm going to get skid if we stay here. I'm looking to the left. Oh, I thought it was coming up as, like, right away. Not at all. Why? Oh, we're not in it. Copy all. Thank you, Sarah. Hey, Maria, good morning. Skyfox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. We start here in the Boyle Heights area. Take a look at that 5 drive. Looking really good right now, but I've got news for you. That's kind of our gig, isn't it? Now, the drive southbound, it's going to be about the same as you make your way over to the 710. Be wary when you're driving on that 5. If that smoke starts coming down, folks are going to be hitting the brakes. I know this for a fact. I was in it on the weekend. If you're taking northbound between the 605 and the 710, they just reopened all the northbound lanes. Expect delays from the 605 to the 710. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots. Sorry. Well, just trying to look at the positives right here. That roof, super solid. Man, that thing is solid. This thing has been burning for how long? How hot? With the weight of all those solar panels on it. Yeah, and the water, there's like standing water in some of these spots. I mean, there's a collapse right there. I saw the robot out there on Friday. Don't know if they used it. They've got the one that looks like a mini tank, like a miniature tank, with a little pusher on the front. Hey, good morning, Carla. What? So no sponsored? No Morgan & Morgan? Wow. Why are you punishing Samata? Yes. Yes. Yeah, not a problem. Carla said, you're stuck here till 7:15. Stop complaining. That's what she said. Yeah, she actually called me some other words, but I feel that I shouldn't repeat those. Well, that's interesting. That's not me, by the way. All that was not me. Didn't you just see the camera like went black? Yeah. I thought it was. At first, I was like, "Oh crap! Did I bump something?" Yep, it's doing it again. That's not me. The camera's resetting. It is. It's like, Stu, I can do this better than you. You suck. What? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Robert. Smokey Bear. Grr. I'm standing by. Copy, I'll make it quick this time. Stand by. I'm listening. Oh, does she want to see the smoke? $85 million tons or pounds? Pounds. Oh, look, fire. There's fire inside the building. I know it sounds like I'm making stuff up, but it's really... He got in there. That is. That is, it's huge. Hey, good morning, Bob. Good morning, Jen. Yeah, Gigi was just talking about those specialized high-powered cannons, water cannons. I wonder if this is one of them. Take a look at the size of that thing and the amount of water that is being put out by it. That is immense. And right now, they actually have torn down the walls, especially this one right here. This is going to be the north-facing wall right off of Union Pacific. This was not like this the last time I saw it on Friday. They might have just started that adventure to tear down those walls. Right now, this one is completely down, and then on the side, it's covered with smoke. We can't really see it, but you see a lot of that on the ground down there. They may have done the same thing right there. Now, we were talking about those millions of pounds of food in there, and they also, this is one of the reasons why the firefight was so difficult. These huge racks, these could be almost 2.5, maybe 3 stories tall, filled with food, and it made it very dangerous for the firefighters to make their way in there. And now this is what's rotting. That's going to be the last stage probably of this firefight. Right now though, that smoke's still billowing, and it does. It really kind of varies. Sometimes it gets very light, and I'm thinking, oh, it might just be out. But then it starts really bellowing out, like right now, out of that side portion that's on facing to the east. The firefighters, LA City Fire Department, doing what they can to put this fire out safely and quickly. Stu and Sky Fox, sending it back to you guys in the studio. Why, thank Thank you. Thank you, Dylan. Yeah, that water cannon is crazy. But I don't think so. I think that's, yeah, it looks like it's on an LA City truck. No, it's a county fire truck. Shibuya. All right, so all that foam that's laying around down there, I think they dug it out to, and I don't know why, to the actual ceiling. Maybe. It looks like they cut a trench. This is all the power stuff for the solar panels. Those are all probably inverters, right? I mean, on rock and roll. Built this city. So, let's see. I'm working July 4th, August 8th, September 6th, 2 weekends in October, Christmas, or Saturday the 26th. So I got like no Christmas, which is okay. I have no holidays for me. My Christmas is going to be working, and New Year's Day working. Pardon me? Yeah. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't really mind. Yes, sir. That's not really my thing. Let me confer with the adult. Dylan, can we stay here to do a hit at the top of the 8? Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Dylan's kind of pointing out the fact that we haven't done it at the top of the hour since we got here. So are we going to do it really at the top of the 8, or is it going to be, clearly it's going to be hellos, then Gigi, then me. So that's not really top of the 8. So 8:06. We're gonna go with no, because we're doing a lot of hovering, and Dylan says, yeah, Dylan's like, the first day of the week we don't want to have all kinds of issues with fuel. He doesn't want to get in trouble for you guys. There's a lot of paperwork when we land on the freeway, and right? So Dylan, I know you're all about money and finances, and I was immensely stressed, but I am patting myself on the back for a plan that had come to fruition. So, been wanting to buy a sofa for to replace my parents' sofa, right? And, you know, let's not get into the psychology of it. Let's just go with I wanted something different, right? So came across something I really wanted. I could have bought it new for $4,300 delivered, right? With tax and everything, 4,300 bucks, right? Somebody was, and then I was on Marketplace, and I'm not a fan of Marketplace because you get into these, I don't even know what it is. It's like, yeah, right? And it's like, you know, and you hope that you have a motivated seller, or at least somebody has common sense. Anyway, bottom line is, ran into a bunch of BS, and I was really putting up with a lot with this one, with basically was 2 of those sofas, right? So there's 12 pieces. And so I bought it. I don't want to say the price. Hang on. All right. And then I had to pay to move it. I found this mover guy, amazing. If you guys are in LA and you need a mover, or you know, you bought something, or you bought something used and you don't want it, this guy, I'm telling you, hit me up. Stressless Moving, I think, is what his company is. The young guy's name is Andrew. But anyway, man, this guy showed up like string bean dude, like skinny as all get out, literally picking up these pieces like I would be carrying an empty box, right? And I told him too. I said, dude, you're young right now. Trust me, I was like that. Don't do it. You know, I mean, you do your business. But anyway, bottom line is that's not what we're talking about. So I, you know, add an extra 3, right, for delivery. Hang on, mute my. Yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah, and it was it was always the plan. You know what I mean? It was like always the plan. I did, you know, I kind of was in my mind was like, well, I might not get this, and I might, you know, somebody might not, and I still have, and I got a new carpet, and I still have my old one, and somebody's nibbling on that right now and I'm like, the reality is if you showed up at the apartment, I'd give it to you, you know, but I got it in there for $100, and but yeah. Yeah, I felt like I was selling cars again. I mean, that's kind of why my car business went out of business, because I felt like I was selling cars again, because I still wound up spending money. Yeah. Pay for the tires and I'll give you the car for free. Let's like just scoot around back real quick. Let's like do like a half moon. We'll come back unless somebody's gonna snag our spot. I know they like that kind of stuff. I don't. Yeah. Try to find them. They're starting out over there, but then they wander next to us. Oh, I haven't been keeping up. I know my daughter with family went to the one with Belgium. I wonder if that's smoke or just cold, you know, cold storage. Oh, they're those cannons. Oh, okay. No, no, no. That's probably that. I'm telling you, just from the size of it, that's what we saw on the other side. So it was a trailer. Yeah, to the right. A minute, I guess. Oh, yeah, because well, either that or it's not. How can I word it? It's probably the same amount, but it's being delivered a different way. That's the only way I can say it. So like you've got the small, yeah, wider stream. Right. I don't know what that is, but it's got to be limited by the supply. So what is coming out of the hydrant? You know what I'm? All right. Aren't you hooked up to the Wi-Fi? Yeah, hook up to the Wi-Fi. Look at that thing. That's like this. I was going to say this probably pressurizes stuff. So this might actually change the numbers up. Pardon me? 1. I have to look for myself. It's something. Oh, I'm sharing it right now. It just asked me. I didn't give you that information if anybody asks. Right. Even though. Pardon me, live stream or what did you need? I think they're coming back to us. Maybe we should get back to the other side. Unless you want to stay here and talk about, like, you know, the amount of water that's coming out of here. I don't know. Yeah, let's go back to the other side. And it's like still... Okay. Freddie, this might be one of the shots you were looking for. A minute. Copy. They wanted me to hold this shot. Just be wary. I'm looking 2 o'clock. Yeah. That's well into East LA. This is going to be east side of the 110. Copy. Copy. You know what, let's stay here, and I'll kind of do the same thing after Gigi. I think we're doing Gigi. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Still? That's brutal. Oh. Yep. Ooh, did you hear that? You gonna call your mother-in-law? Wow, it's not even asking me if... How do you turn off the Bluetooth? Never mind, it just did it. That's dangerous, the Bluetooth. Because... Yes! Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Yep. Up. We're going to work. I stand by Stu. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, smoke. 85 million pounds. Copy all. I thought they offloaded all of that. They did that on Friday. Of course. Copy. I don't know if they're going to take us. What? See, this was the one where I was going to show. Never mind. Freddie! That B-roll that you were asking about earlier. Sounds like I woke Freddie up. Sorry, Freddie. The tolls for the where's he going? go a little closer? I just want to see what the excavator is doing. I'm looking about 2 o'clock right under the word lineage. It looks like they got two heavy machineries down there doing stuff. Oh, is he moving barricade? Oh, he's moving barricades. Never mind. Woohoo! Man, I should have wore my Austria shirt today. Son of a gun. It's complicated. Okay. My allegiance is to the United States of America. But my heritage is... Okay, so after the war, my mom's family, which was German, was relocated to Graz in Austria. So that's where all that comes from. But apparently, this is where it gets convoluted, is even though she was German, the reason why they relocated her family, like, I mean, she was a little kid, right, to Austria, was because there was lineage or family there. So look, I know nothing about soccer. I know that in the past, the United States did very, very poorly, but I venture to say not so poorly this year. Okay, that's probably the best way to describe it, just like that. Better. Right. Right. Oh, we're doing traffic. Sorry. Yep, back to the freeway. My home sold. Got it. We'll do the 5. We'll do the 5 through Boyle Heights. Right. Right. I know, that's what I'm saying, right? This year. Oh. Solid. I really wanted to watch some of that Mexico one, but I never, just didn't happen. Man, I had my shirt in my hand, but I'm like, I've been wearing this too much. Yes, I washed it. Business tax fraud unit. Right. Jim, I don't know when you commented that, but 100%. Thank you, Sean. Sean says that they dug that trench there as a fire break in case the styrofoam catches fire. Hey, Maria, good morning. We got a little bit of traffic. Skybox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. Those headlights, those are going to be northbound on the 5 right past the 710. It is really starting to build and become that normal Monday drive. From the 605 over to the 710, give yourself a little extra time. You can see some of that backup right there. If you're headed southbound, the ride looking okay. Start hitting the brakes right before the 605, but for the most part through Commerce, look at that. Those are the tail lights right there, moving along at freeway speeds. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots, shall we? Right? Look at that roof. It's true. That's what I'm looking at. It's like, it looks like hills and dales. Dunes. You know, that's what I was going to say. If it would have fell down, it probably would have took out a lot of the fire and would have made it accessible for the water. Well, I was thinking about that too, and I was wondering when they were doing the water drops if that's what they were kind of hoping, was that heavy drop of water would just collapse that roof. You know, somebody was poo-pooing the roof, and I'm like, that roof is solid. Whoever built that roof, yeah. And I bet they probably made it that solid because of the solar panels, thinking the extra weight. But, man. Oh, I don't know what that thing can do. But I don't know why they're not sending that thing in, just driving through these, you know, like the aisles, you know, just putting out the hot spots. Man, that thing is, no, it's like 4 million, but it wouldn't get stuck. It would just plow right through that stuff. Come on. Right. And I'm going to be curious to see if they rebuild, what they're, you know, are they going to totally just knock it down? Are they going to use that exoskeleton or that part that they got right there? That's not an exoskeleton. That'd be like an endoskeleton. But anyways, no. And there's a firewall clearly, right? And that's the reason what I was wondering, because when we were on the other side, they had one of the doors over here open, and it was like kind of like a light smoke coming out. But I'm wondering if that's like still refrigerant and just hitting the humidity, you know, or if that is actual smoke. Yeah, for right now, I think we're still staying here. Somebody from Vietnam is watching this morning. Vietnam. I wonder if they just can't reach it. Carla, are we staying here? What is the big plan? Gently, gently. Don't want to scratch anything. What's he doing? Oh. Larry H. Parker. I was just going to say, Mr. Corrales, LA City Fire is always taking applications. And, you know, who knows? Yeah. Yes. And he should. Yeah, I already talked to him about all that. If we go live... Hey, Carla, what are we doing? Traffic, like back to normal? Okay. We'll do the 60. And this one not sponsored, just a regular one. I'm looking out towards the sun. Out to the right, yeah, perfect. Thank you, Dylan. East LA. Oh, come on. There it is. Hey, good morning, Maria. Good morning, everybody. Take a look at that 60 East LA, Boyle Heights. But that's the portion of the 60 where it is going to be westbound right before the East LA interchange. So you expect a little bit of slowing. Let's take a look quick at some of that smoke out there. That is definitely from the fire coming down on the East LA area. The reason why I mention it is because I got caught in it over the weekend. A big pile of that smoke came down. Everybody on the freeway decided to stop, not sure what to do. I would say slow down and proceed with caution if that does happen to you. Right now, though, that's going to be in the smoke right past the 710 60 drive. In that portion, east and westbound, looking really good over to the 605. Sending it back to you all in the studio. Good morning, Bob and Jen. I don't know. You want to try to get on the other side of it and then start, like, we got, I don't know what time we're going to start heading back. Or you want to start heading back now, like, go, like, over to the 10? Maybe we could do like 710, like a little bit south of it, and then we can still see it from the distance, like not go to like Long Beach, but like the bells. What? I don't know. I think, yeah, because I think I told him that we can't do the top of the hour, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm always willing to work with him. It's just, yeah, let's look south. Yes. Sorry, Israel. They're working on it, brother. It's my obsession. Boop, 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 doo, doo, doo. Copy all. 710, City of Bell Gardens. Oh my! I was gonna say you're talking. That would have been the first one when I was 20. Oh come on! I remember I had one and I had a great time and yeah, very hungover. Anyways, what? Let's talk a little bit of traffic. Should we talk a little bit of traffic? We should. This one brought to us by Jacoby and Meyer. We're going to talk about, what are we talking about? We're talking about culture and community traffic. That's what we're talking about right there. 710 north and southbound. This is the City of Bell. Moving along very slowly out here. If this is going to be your drive this morning, definitely give yourself extra time, especially northbound. I think a lot of folks are looking at that smoke and slowing down by the time they hit the 5. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots. What? Oh no. We still haven't gotten rid of it. It's that long pause. There's a little, well, long pause. There's like a little bit of a delay between me and them. And then like when they shout stuff out, I'm just like, I don't know. It's like, we're supposed to be still talking, you know? Oh, shucks. What they wanted 48, so we're still golden. Okay. That we can do. It's only 46 right now. And it's Paul. We're safe. And it was Jacoby and Myers, right? It was Jacoby and Myers. I got that one right. Oh my goodness. When I was in construction in Florida, we went to the strip club so often for the buffet, for real, during lunch and stuff. I literally knew the strippers by name, like their real names. You know what I mean? Or the realest names that they would give us, whatever. But I mean, it really was that type of culture. Yeah. And they would have like contests, like, you know, silly stuff, and you'd get free T-shirts and. Yeah. There we go. All right, cleared. I used to take Sabrina to Hooters, and I mean, she was like 1 or 2. She was walking, but they decked her out. Like, I'll never forget. She had like, what's? Yeah, we got it. Thank you, Freddie. I actually turned it up. I was being responsible, doing like, trying to do my job, trying. Don't get used to it. That's why I keep telling you. Yeah, let's see where it takes me. But, you know, that's what I keep telling you, man. It's like, cherish what you got, nurture it, and take care of it. You don't want to be in my situation at my age. You don't want to be my situation at 40. I agree with that. I agree with that 1,000%. Yeah, and I'm going to mute my. Yeah. Yep. Ugh. All right, we'll see how it goes with the batteries. What should I expect for battery life? No, I shut it off. All right, we'll see. Am I allowed? Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I will. And then, like, you know, drop them all off on, like, if I have 2 in there, just take them out on Friday and put them in the charger. You know what I mean? Right. Maybe I'll go and I'll buy, like, 4 or whatever. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And just, you know, put them in the rotation because I might be, you know, I'll be taking 2 out. Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. And as far as spotting Stu, I think we still have something from Friday still. I haven't heard from Christian, but I'm sure he is probably on that same page. Yeah. No text from anybody this morning. This is sad. Nobody loves me. No love. What's going on in the valley? What is this all about? Yeah. Should I tell people? Like, hey, we're still IFR, right? Or VFR? Oh, we're golden. No, it's probably burn off before it gets bad. Right. They're not even marginal. Yeah. Was just because we're by the foothill. Carla, that's it? You're just going to leave? Oh, Carla. Hot buzz. Yeah, we got, I don't know when. I don't know if I don't think we're going to, I think it's just going to be sponsored. If you're asking, I think it's just going to be sponsored. Let's find out if we're doing 1 or 2. If we're doing 2, which I don't think we will, just because of the way the show's been set up for the rest of the shows. So yeah, let's just do the 405. Or no, let's do 101. Let's do 101 so you're closer to the approach. I've never seen a blue Tesla. What? Oh yeah, you can paint them. Why would you paint it that color blue though? It was kind of like, was that the cheapest color? Well, yeah. Barbie needs a Tesla too. You know, come on. Good morning, Bill. Eight 10ish. Copy all. 810. Good with you, Dylan? Yep. It works for everybody. Everybody's happy about that. I don't know. Can we hang out? Let's, yeah, maybe even move back a little bit. I wasn't paying attention. I like that turn, like seeing it at a distance. Oh, Israel. Oh, I feel bad. He's just upset because of the smoke. Listen to my voice. It's because of the smoke. Tearing holes in the walls. Knocking down walls. Perfect. Couldn't be better. This guy cutting off the cop. What What are you doing, buddy? Does he have his mask on? Yep. I was going to say, isn't that just all going to the dump? I think tomorrow we're going to see a lot less smoke. Tomorrow there's going to be a lot less smoke. Couldn't get the water on the fire. So make it power. Is that the Mandalorian? Yeah. Which they got rid of on Friday. I'm just going to keep my opinion to myself for that one. Yeah, I don't see any collapse. They want us to fly at one. Tiny homes. Tiny homes, it's in the valley. Yeah. Robert's trying to scare me. Oh, Tony, what are you doing there this morning? Who didn't show up? Man. We don't see enough cars like that anymore. Yeah. We're steadfast in our commitment. Wait. We're doing Minions and Monsters again? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the one I saw that a while ago. All right. We're going to Carney. We're going back to Carney's? No, that's Thursday. I'm not sure what's going on here. Copy all. Where's the newest one? Why is it locked on that? I'll call. Copy. Yep, my home's sold. I'll make it quick, promise. I'm standing by. Your home sold. What about my home? No. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Welcome to Encino. Oh, that would have been cool with a little bling right there. Oh, blingy. Isn't it weird that that Rolls Royce is moving faster than most of the traffic? There he goes. Yeah. Ooh, look at this guy, BMW. It's like, screw you guys. No, you're not getting on television today, buddy. He's kind of busy with other stuff. Whoa, hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, Skyfox Traffic is brought to us by My Home Sold. Sticking with that traffic culture and community, we're in Encino. Look at that. Rolls Royce. Oh, yeah. And you know what? Actually, we were following it for a while. It looked like it was actually doing better than most of the other cars on the road. Maybe it makes a difference in the drive, but it is very slow. Let's get serious. Southbound 101 through Encino, making your way over to the 405. You're hitting the brakes early, almost in the Tarzana area. Keep that in mind. Give yourself a little extra time. If you're headed that opposite direction, 405 out to the west end. That one looking unusually well this morning, moving along at freeway speeds. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots. Yes. .com. Yeah, so far, but I got to double, triple check. But it looked like it's in Van Nuys. It looks like one of those tiny home projects. And if it's for the one, it's definitely for the internet stuff. So it's usually lighter as far as mood. You know what I mean? No, I was like I'm on an email string, and for some reason the Thursday job kept popping up. I don't know why. I'm like, we already shot this. Swiffer Hair Magnet Deluxe. Maybe that's a good thing. I wonder if they're moving. Oh, we know it. Skybox! TOC, we're almost on the ground. Gonna knock it down. No, you're not allowed. You weren't allowed, I'm just joking. Yep, hot refuel, go right back. Haven't done that in a long, long time. Ciao, 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 ciao.